Hello everyone, welcome back to Cybertix. Today it's our day 11 challenge of Try Hack Me Advent of Cyber 2024, and today's topic is really interesting because if you say anyone that you are a hacker, then people always ask two things. Can you hack my GF Instagram or can you hack neighbor's Wi-Fi? First option is always not possible to do it. That today's we are going to see and understand how to hack Wi-Fi. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So let's start with our day 11 challenge. If you like a WPA, press the star key. The must awaited sock mask of Werewolves Towns is just day away. Glitch, the unsung hero, is closing all the doors to mere malware's malicious intentions one by one. However, there is still much more to do. Max QD took a thoughtful breath. Mayor can still find his way in. Glitch smiles at confidentially. I think I know the latest technique he relies on to get into the networks. Max QD stands up from her chair and with a surge of excitement. Let me guess, it's a notorious way to get into a network. A Wi-Fi attack? Glitch nod decisively. Exactly. Let's be one step ahead of the mayor. So today our learning objective is understand what Wi-Fi is, explore its importance for an organization, learn the different Wi-Fi attacks, and learn how to crack the WPA and WPA2 attacks. So I have already started my machines, and let me directly use the SSH in the attach box. So I have enter over here terminal. Let me directly paste the command. Yes, the password of the glitch is password1321 and hit enter. Okay, we are into the glitch, we can see over here. Okay, so what is Wi-Fi? Everybody knows in the today's world, but let's just see the theoretical of that. So the importance of the internet in our lives is universally acknowledged without the need for any justification. Wi-Fi is the technology that connects our devices to the global network, the internet. This seamlessly connection to the internet appears to be a wireless from our devices, which is true to some extent. Our devices are connected wirelessly to the router, which act as a bridge between us and the internet, and the router is connected to the internet via wired connections. To connect a Wi-Fi, we turn on from our devices, and it lists all the available Wi-Fi networks around us. Yes, this list comprises of the access point that are broadcasting Wi-Fi signals from a unique SSID network name. You can connect to any of these if you know the correct password, also known as pre-shared key, that is the PSK. Once you successfully connect to a network via Wi-Fi, you will be assigned an IP address inside that network, which will uniquely identify you and help you to communicate with another devices as well. It is just like becoming a member of a family assigned with a name that the whole family trusts. So in the below image, they had given an example where the OK443S is the SSID and requesting for the password, that is the PSK for the typical Windows machine. So Wi-Fi's pivotal role in organization. Most organizations rely on the internet for their business functioning. Using a wired connection for all the employees to connect to the internet concerns about cost, efficiency and flexibility at work. So organizations use Wi-Fi for their network to connect their employees to the internet. As the employees connect to the organization networks, they form a family of interconnected devices. The device inside the network can communicate with each other and request or respond to any of the requests. Organization tends to uh, recruit trustworthy and professional employees to avoid any misuse of their privileges inside the network. However, a malicious attacker from the outside of the organization could still see the broadcasted Wi-Fi SSID of the organization network. When they turn their Wi-Fi on, they may not seem to be a problem as an attacker does not know the password, right? But the attacker actually has some of other plans as well. There are different Wi-Fi techniques like Wi-Fi hacking techniques which we are going to see. That is about evil twin attack. In this attack, the attacker creates a fake access point that has similar name to one of our trusted Wi-Fi access point. Of course, it cannot be the exact name. If the trusted Wi-Fi names is home_internet, the attacker creates a fake Wi-Fi access point named as home inter NNET, that is the double N internet, or something similar that is difficult to differentiate. The attacker starts with the attacker sending deauthentication packets to all the user connected to the legitimate Wi-Fi access point. The user would face repeated disconnection from the network after this. With frustration, the user are likely to open the Wi-Fi access point, list out the troubleshooting, and will find the attacker's Wi-Fi with the almost similar name and with a greater signal strength. They will go to connect it, and once connected, the attacker should see there all the traffic to or from the internet. This is the very good thing, that is about the evil twin attack. Rogue access point. This attack's objective is similar to that evil twin attack. In this attack, the attacker set up an open Wi-Fi access point near or inside the organization's physical premises to make it available to user and good signal strength. The user inside the organization may accidentally join this network if their devices are set to connect automatically to open Wi-Fi. The attacker then intercepts all the communication users connected to this rogue access point. WPS attack, which we are going to see in this particular lab, that is the Wi-Fi protected setup, WPS, was created to allow user to connect to their Wi-Fi using an 8-digit pin without remembering complex password. However, this 8-digit pin is vulnerable in some networks due to its insecure configurations. The attack is made by initiating a WPS handshake with the router and capturing the router's response, which contains some data related to the pin, and it's vulnerable to brute force attack. Some of the captured data is brute forced and the pin is successfully extracted along with the pre-shared key, that is the PSK, and WPA2 cracking. This is we are going to actually see and in the practical session in the THM, that is the Wi-Fi protected access. WPA was created to a secure wireless communication. It uses a strong encryption algorithm. However, the security of this protocol is heavily influenced by the length and complexity of the pre-shared key. While cracking WPA, attackers start sending deauthentication packets to a legitimate user of the Wi-Fi network. Once the user disconnect, then try to reconnect to the network, and a four-way handshake with the router takes place during this time. Meanwhile, the attacker turns its adapter into monitor mode and captures the handshake. After the handshake is captured, the attacker can crack the password by using the brute force attack or dictionary attacks on the captured handshake file. So, MaxCD looks to glitch and asks, what kind of attack you are thinking to demonstrate the glitch? Glitch passes back and forth before coming to a sudden stop and say, today I will showing you how a WPA and WPA2 cracking attack works. So, as mentioned about WPA and WPA begins with the listening of the Wi-Fi traffic to capture the four-way handshake between a device and the access point. Since waiting for a device to connect or reconnecting can take some time, the authentication packets are sent to different clients to disconnect from that, forcing it to reconnect and initiate a new handshake, which is being captured. After the handshake is captured, an attacker can crack the PSK by using the brute force attacks. So let's say this is our device which we are into the monitor mode. That is our IP is 0.2 and 3 times 0, 0.202.00. Our device is in monitor and currently we are in a listening state. Now we had sent this deauthentication packet. That particular user has disconnected from the legitimate Wi-Fi. Now he will again try to connect with his router like that. So whatever the four-way handshake are there, it is going to see and understand. So the four-way handshake. The WPA password cracking process involves capturing a Wi-Fi network's handshake to attempt a PSK decryption. First, an attacker places their Wi-Fi adapter into the monitor mode to scan for networks, then targets a specific network to capture the four-way handshake. Once the handshake is captured, the attacker runs a brute force or dictionary attack using a tool like aircrackng to attempt a match of a word list against the passphrase. The WPA4 handshake is a process that helps a client device and a Wi-Fi routers confirm that both have a right password and a PSK before securely connecting. So router sends a challenge. The router sends a challenge to the client asking it to prove it knows and the network password without directly sharing it. Client responds with encryption information. The client takes the challenge and use the PSK to create an encrypted response to only the router can verify it if it is also corrected the PSK. Router verifies and send confirmation. If the router sees the connection's response matches what it expects, it knows the client has the right PSK. The router sends its own confirmation back to the client. Final check and connection established. The client verifies the router response, and if everything matches, they finish setting up the secure connection. Now there is a vulnerability over here. The vulnerability lies in the fact that an attacker can capture this four-way handshake in their listening when a device is connected. When the handshake data they can it use it as a basis of the attempt offline brute force or dictionary attack. Essentially, they try to different password possibles and test each of these to see if it is connected or not during the handshake data. So today we are going to see the practical way. On our current SSH session, run the this particular command, that is the 𝑖wdev. This will show as wireless devices and the configurations which they are using. So let me just directly paste it. We can see interface wlan2. This is the wdev, and this is our address, that is the 020000000200, and the type is currently in a managed way. It is not into the monitor way, so we have to develop into the monitor way over here. So they had given a complete details over here. The device interface wlan2 is available for us, and there are two important details to take away from this output. The thing is address, that is over here. The address is the MAC and the BSSID of our device. BSSID stands for Basic Service Set Identifier, and it's unique identifier for wireless device to access points address, physical address. And the type is shown as managed. This is the standard mode used by the most Wi-Fi devices like laptops, phone, etc. to connect to Wi-Fi network. In managed mode, the device acts as a client connecting to an access point to join a network. There is another mode called monitor, which we are going to discuss it. So we are going to use sudo 𝑖wdev wlan2 for the scan. So let's just scan it out. Now we could use the scan to the nearby Wi-Fi network using our WLAN2 device. We can use sudo 𝑖wdev wlan2 scan the dev wlan2 specify the wireless device you want to work, and scan tells IW to scan the area of available Wi-Fi networks. So we can see over here, let me just make it over here, so we can see it properly. Yep. So last seen, these are the details. Frequency is 2437, and after that capability over here, that is the ESS privacy and all. Last seen 0 milliseconds ago. This is the SSID, that is the Wi-Fi name, that is the malware m_ap, and there is a ERP, that is the Barker Preamble mode, and it says some extended support version, and the RSN, that is the version 1, group cipher, or that is a CCM, and some other particular details over here which has already been given. So let's just start. First of all, we have to down that particular Wi-Fi. We have to set up that particular Wi-Fi into the monitor mode and keep the Wi-Fi on. So we are going to use this particular command one by one. So they had already given over here, so let's just understand it properly. Now we will be a good time to discuss another type that we can use on some wireless devices, that is the monitor mode. This is a specially mode primarily used for network analysis and security auditing. In this mode, the Wi-Fi interface listens to all wireless traffic on specific channel, regardless of whether it is directed to the device or not. It passively captures all the network traffic within the range of for analysis without joining a network. We wanted to check our WLAN2 interface can use monitor mode. To achieve this, we will use this command, that is the sudo ip-link dev down to turn off the devices. So let's just use this. Okay, we have make it down. then we will switch mode to our monitor mode. So let me just use the monitor mode as a type. So previously it was a managed and now it is in the monitor mode. And after that, to change the 𝗏𝗏𝐿AN2 to monitor mode, then turn our device back on with this particular command, that is the 𝗏𝗏𝐿AN2 up. So let me just paste it, and yeah, now it is up. Now again, if we start with the without the scan, we can directly use the info, that is the sudo iw dev 𝗏𝗏𝐿AN2 info. So let me just paste it, and we can see this is the proper address, and this is the channel, and type is in monitor mode. We can see it over here, type and in the monitor. So now let us create one more SSH session. We wanted to have two separate terminals in order to clearly see how the attack works. Now we can assign this SSH terminal. However, you look like there is an example you should given below. So over here again we have to perform an SSH connection with the glitch. So let me just open a new tab, new command prompt. Okay, let me just open terminal over here, and again we have to give the particular SSH passwords and all. So okay, given. On the first terminal, we will start by capturing Wi-Fi traffic in the area, specifically targeting WPA handshake packets. We can do this with this command, that is the sudo /dump-ng-𝗏𝗏𝐿AN2. This command provides a list of nearby Wi-Fi's, that is the SSIDs, and show important details like signal strength, channel, and the encryption type. This information is already known to us in the previous command. So by default we have to use this /dump-ng-𝗏𝗏𝐿AN2. So let me just paste in the first terminal. Before that, let me just clear it. Yep. Now it is getting. So this is the BSS ID, where the cipher is, where eBSS ID is mayor. Over here we can see it. The output reveals the information we already knew before the search as BSS ID, SSID, and the channel. However, in this particular output, we are going to give also given the channel where our target SSID is listing. At the channel 6, they had given the channel name, that is the 6, that is the CH as 6. We can see over here, and this is the ESS ID which we are looking. This is our target's Wi-Fi. So now we will focus on malware MAP access point and capture the WPA handshake. This is crucial for PSK cracking password. First, in the current terminal, let's cancel the /dump-ng using the control C. Okay, and then execute the command, that is sudo /dump-ng-c, that is the channel 6, where this is the BSS ID of that, and we are saving the output file as /𝗏𝗏𝐿AN2. So let me just do it over here. And this command targets the specific network channel and MAC address to access point of which you can want to capture the traffic, and saves the information to a file that starts with the name of output file. These files can be used to crack the PSK. The ultimate goal of this command is to capture the four-way handshake. It will first check for any clients that may have been connected to the access point. If a client is already connected, then we can perform a deauthentication attack. Otherwise, for any new client that connects, we will capture the four-way handshake. In this particular scenario, a client is already connected. The output will look same at first until we receive the information about the connected client. Okay, so we have got another one, that is the BSS ID. This is the one lost over here. Okay, so use this particular command. We can see we have already done. It will take between 1 to 5 minutes before receiving the client information. In our case, it will look like this, that is the BSS ID and the station over here. We can see the station is this, that is the 01 at the end. So note that the station section shows the device BSS ID, that is the 0100, that is connected to the access point. This is the connection that we will going to attack. Now we are ready for the next step. On the second terminal, we will launch the deauthentication attack. Because the client is already connected, we wanted to force them to reconnect to our access point, forcing it to them for the handshake packets. So deauthentication packets, the tool 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 all clients connected to an access point. These packets are essentially disconnected commands that force the client to drop its current Wi-Fi connection, forcing a reconnection. When a client is disconnected, it automatically tries to reconnect to the Wi-Fi network. During this reconnection, the client and the access point perform a four-way handshake as a part of re-authentication process. And we are going to capture that particular handshake with the arrow dump ng comes into play because it will capture this handshake over here. So we can do this by given the command, that is the replay ng 01. This is the attacker's address, and -c, that is the channel of the BSS ID 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤. Hit enter, sending the direct de-authentication. So now the Wi-Fi is going to be de-authenticated. Now if we look back to our first terminal, we will see the WP handshake down on the top right as an output that all of this information is being saved to our output file. In the second terminal over here, we can see beacons over here, all the details are there. In the second terminal, we can use the captured WPA handshake to attempt to crack the WPA2 passphrase. We will be performing a dictionary attack in order to match the passphrase against each entry in a specified word list file, a shortened and version of the infamous rawq.txt. Word list has already been provided for us to use. This is located into the home glitch rawq.txt over here. So let me just go to that particular profile. Let me just minimize it. Okay, so they have already given into their glitch that we have connected into the SSL. So we do not have to worry about that. So we just directly have to give this particular address. So let me just paste it out over here and yeah, do it. So we can see the particular name, that is the fluffy, and champ24 is the key which we had got, that is the PSK. Now over here also we have got few of the details. Let me just check it out. Now if you get in packet contain an EAPOL data unable to capture, this error means that you ran error correct ng prior to the handshake being captured, or that can be happen. With the PSK, we can now join malware MAP access point in typical engagement. We will do this to inspect the new network, or in some case joining the access point is enough to show impact. First press Ctrl C on the terminal that has arrow dump ng. So let me just minimize this and use that another one. Yep, Ctrl C. Over here we had cop and that has arrow dump ng running. So we stop the ng process. We can do this over here, and we do this because we will not able to join the Wi-Fi network while arrow dump ng is running, due to the fact that we are actively using the interface into the monitor mode. Now again we have to use this command for the config. Control Shift C, enter the PSK over here. Okay, now we have to use this particular fluffy champ24, and let me also solve this particular thing. Okay, and then we are going to configure it. Cool. Now sudo wpa supplicant -b config -i wlen2. Hit enter. Successfully initialized WPA supplicant cannot get a Wi-Fi information. Now if you get error, you can ignore it. You will get notice that WPA supplicant has automatically switched our WLAN2 interface into the manage mode, giving it about 10 seconds and checking the wireless interface once again in the 𝑖w_dev. So let me just do it in the first terminal. We can see it is in the manage mode again. So we are joined into the malware MAP. We can see previously it was different and now it is different over here. So the max security look into the AWE as glitch flawlessly expose a weakness in the Wi-Fi network. glitch ponders and say, that password is pretty weak. I must say, I wouldn't have been surprised if the mayor had already found a way. Max Kitty gets a work right way while Glitch thinks about the way it's next. So, what is the BSS ID of our wireless interface? So, let me recheck it over here with the same command, that is the iw-dev. Okay, the address is given over here. So, let me just copy the same thing, that is the Ctrl+Shift+C over here. Yep, this is correct. What is the SSID and the BSS ID of the access point? So, first of all, our SSID is malware MAP, which we have got, and then hit comma over here, and then we have to use the command which we have used over here, BSS ID, right? So, yeah, hit enter. Okay, what is the BSS ID of the wireless interface that is already connected to the access point, that is our the station? So we can see station, that is a 02 00 00 00 00 01 and 00. So let me just hit and submit. Yep, we have successfully hacked a Wi-Fi with this 𝚤𝙤𝙤𝙢𝙀. So I hope you understand and learn how to crack Wi-Fi using WPA and WPA2 attack, and also seen different ways how attacker can hack Wi-Fi of the organizations. Make sure this video is just for educational purpose. We don't force anyone to hack other people Wi-Fi without their permissions. If you have any queries, feel free to reach out in our Telegram and WhatsApp community channel. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and share our YouTube videos. I'll see you in the next video. Till that time, goodbye and Jai Hind.